Hi, and welcome to www.brandvani.com. Today we are going to talk about the early days of Coca Cola and how Coke beat their competition with their brilliant marketing strategies. Coca Cola is one of the most iconic brands in modern history, with a consumption of over 1.9 billion units each day across the globe. It is the single most valuable brand in the world. But like in every story of success, Coca Cola has had its fair share of bumpy rides in its 100-year history. Starting from its early days, the company faced multiple situations where the business could have gone downhill if it weren't for smart marketing and advertising. 3 events in particular stand out, the impact of which is still seen today after about 130 years. Number 1. The cocaine theory. The first major debacle happened in the early 1900s. Coca leaves were one of the ingredients in the Coca-Cola recipe. This led to apprehensions over its use, as coca leaves are also used to make cocaine. There were rumors in the masses that the drug was one of the ingredients. The management responded immediately with publication of studies which showed that the cocaine content was negligible, and they promoted the content by distributing pamphlets to the masses. Simultaneously, in 1901, the management also tasked a chemist with removing cocaine completely from the syrup, and it was accomplished by 1905, so the company succeeded in removing the dangerous association with its brand. This was critical development for the Coca-Cola company, as if they hadn't done that on time, the iconic drink would have probably been shut down over time due to increased awareness about cocaine. Number 2. The copycats. The success of Coca-Cola did not go unnoticed. People saw how popular this drink was becoming, and soon there were many people who tried to imitate this product. Often the competition soft drinks would simply borrow a similar sounding name, like Coca-Nola or Coca-Cola. It was enough to confuse the consumer and take away sales from Coca-Cola. This was a great threat to the brand. Coca-Cola was spending on advertising the drink, and the competition was simply riding on the popularity. The Coca-Cola company started suing them due to the use of similar sounding names. But court cases went on for long durations, often years, and there were too many of them. If Coca-Cola had to survive, it had to come up with another way. In 1916, the company introduced a new bottle design with contours around it. Instead of the commonly used straight sides, it became instantly recognizable by the feel of it alone. The design was so unique that in 1977, the US Patent Office granted it trademark status, making it one of the few packages ever to be trademarked. Number 3. The sugar crisis. In 1917, America joined the First World War. Due to the war, the US government started rationing sugar supplies. As a result, there were shortages in supplies, and consequently prices of the commodity shot up. Sugar being one of the key ingredients in the product, the company, along with many competitors, suffered hits to their profitability. Many began running losses. Many of the smaller manufacturers had to fold their business due to the losses. The Coca-Cola company somehow survived the war, but the worst was yet to come. In 1920, even though the war was over, the sugar prices continued to rise. When it hit 62 cents per kilogram, the management at Coca-Cola decided to do something for its survival. Fearing further increase in prices, the company made a deal with the sugar suppliers to purchase 6 months' worth of stock at the price of 62 cents per kilogram. But then shortly after, the prices fell spectacularly to about 22 cents per kilogram, leaving the company with enormous amounts of overpriced sugar, close to the winter season when sales were known to dip, since Coke was known more as a summer drink back then. This was terrible news for them, as it would leave them completely vulnerable to the competition. To counter the crisis, Coca-Cola launched a new ad campaign with the slogan, "Thirst knows no season," in an attempt to get people to drink more Coke all year round. It was heavily advertised. The campaign worked wonders, and soon the overpriced raw material was gone, thus saving the company again. So, that was how Coca-Cola started its 130-year journey. Ever since their early days, they beat every adversary and overcame every obstacle. They have always invested heavily into advertising, thus building a brand that has proven next to impossible to beat in its category. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like button and share it with your folks on social media. For more such content, you can hit the subscribe button and ensure you ring the bell to get further notifications on new videos.